Hello folks, today I'm going to describe an application that I built recently. It's called Scriptiva and it is supposed to help you write. Okay, so let's get started. I'll try to do a very fast show and tell because I know we don't have much time. So let's click on get started. Okay, so that's how I designed it basically. So on the left you have like a markdown editor section. On the right, you will see the HTML preview, and you can also have a PDF preview. So if I give an example of a project that I already wrote some time back, so you can create your content and type in anything you want here, and you will generate your book in HTML or PDF. So that's basically one of the many functionalities that you have. So the question that I'm sure arises right now is, how are these content generated? Well, you have the choice. You can actually enter the content yourself. You have your story, you write it down. But since this application is actually connected to an AI backend, so if I click on settings, you will see that you've got your provider endpoint information available here. You can type in the models that you're using and your API keys, etc. And then you just save it. So that will be your backend. So before going away with the impression that everything is AI, it's not. We are trying to balance the AI input and the author input. The author will have full authorial control on what goes in, and AI is there just to help you as much as you need. Okay, and it will become clear in a moment. So the first question that probably pops up is, how are those covers generated, and the illustrations and all that? So you've got ways to input these information. So after you write your book, you can actually, either generate your metadata and generate all the front covers and back cover. So that's not too amazing. I think what's interesting is that let's try to create like let's say a new book, okay? So we'll try to do it very fast. So I click on generate content and it says, enter your seed idea or initial content. Let's say I'm bored and feeling sleepy. I don't have any ideas coming. And I just think, let's write about the battle between Elon Musk and Sam Altman for Open AI. Okay. So let's try this. I've never actually seriously done this before. Let's see what happens. And I'm so tired. I don't have time to write about this thing, and I just click on revise and clarify here, and it's going to generate a synopsis for me. And I'll check the synopsis out and decide, whether I like it, or whether it's whether the story is real or fictional. And I already say it's fictional. Okay, so that's fine. We can have a fictional story, and I'm going to pick, let's say, like a template. You get to define those templates. Okay, I tried to put as much control as you want um, for for authors. So you have a folder. You just basically describe what kind of book you want, and you describe it and you save it as a template. Um, so while this is generating the text, I have text generation and image generation are a bit slow on on the OpenAI platform these days. It's much faster with DeepSeek. Um, of course, DeepSeek doesn't do image generation right now. It probably will. I'm planning to add support for Gemini as well because I've started liking Gemini a lot. All right, so it has generated something, and let us see here. I see that let's add something just to give you an example, okay? So I would say like the battle for OpenAI. So let's see, normally this should have given me a big, that's why there's no space. All right, silly me, the markdown now. No, markdown is something, it's got its own quirks. All right, anyway, so we have this book that's generated, and it's also got like image suggestions that it prompts you, do you want an image or not? And what I'll do is I'll just click on this and it says what kind of style you want. So let's say I want like an American comic modern style, and let's generate it, okay? And see what kind of image is going to appear here. So you get to pick your, in the backend, whether what model you want to use, whether it's 4.5, 4.0, depending on how much money you can afford. So one thing I want to point out here is that for this software, I designed it in a way that it's like bring your own key. So I don't want you to pay for credits, and I actually manage the AI backend. Um, it's more like electricity, okay? So you pay for electricity, or you pay for your AI models, and I'm just using it here. Okay, so it has generated this sort of building here with OpenAI logo, and let's see what's going to be illustrated here. So I'm clicking on generating image, for this next scene. That's for chapter 1. Someone stands at a whiteboard, marker poised as a diverse team of engineers and ethicists gather around. In the background, Elon Musk leans in a corridor doorway, his expression both intent and apprehensive, while monitors display swirling data models and ethical guidelines. Okay, yeah. So let's wait and see what's happening. I'm using GPT Image 1 as the model for generating images. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so we have this picture here. Let's see what's the third image shows. As you can gather, I am not an English is not my first language, so I thought that this tool will help me express my ideas in some way very, very quickly. I'm actually here using the application in a way that generate a whole short story, in this case, very quickly for the purpose of the video. But there are many tools in this application that I will show you where you actually have full control on what goes inside the story. But there are a lot of things that you can tweak and interact with um, in order to express yourself more precisely. Okay. Well, I hope I'm not taking too much time, and this short story doesn't have too many pictures. So it's fairly short, maybe eight pages, 9 pages for a short story. That's enough. But you can also write a book of infinite length, and that would be when you use another tool in this application. It's called Director, and what Director does, it actually helps you connect your ideas, from one to the next, maintaining context, maintaining character. How do you call it? Character consistency across various chapters and scenes. Okay. So while this image gets rendered, we can talk about other features of the application. There is a tool where you get to actually create characters. So you describe your characters, the name of the characters. By describing, I mean you describe their physical look, what they're wearing, etc. And the software will automatically in the backend know that this character usually wears this kind of stuff. And if you ask them to generate suggestion for illustrations for your story, it will actually do that for you, and you will be able to get characters that actually work. You won't see that the characters don't look like each other. It's fairly consistent in my testing. Okay, so that's the end here. So let's get rid of that. Okay, quick. After that, I'll actually try to show how to generate a PDF. I try to make the PDF KDP compliant. What that means is that you can take the PDF, you upload it on Amazon, and you have a publication. Or the other thing that I tried, but for this first version I couldn't finish it. I wanted to have the possibility of exporting the content as an EPUB file for ebooks. Interesting. Oh, this guy, always unhappy, isn't he? So we have this story that has been generated with the figures. Let us see what we can do here. Oh, you can also change the pictures if you don't like it. So that's one level of change that so if I click on replace, you can actually make changes, and then and try it. So let's see. Let's say looking super angry. Let's see what happens. So that's, while this is generating, what else can I tell you? Yeah, when you generate these images, you have, I'm not sure whether it's allowing me to click here, but there are lots of illustration styles that you can pick from. And you can, which makes it useful, I guess. And there's also the part where you get to design the book covers, the front cover, the back cover. So basically, I tried to automate the whole process. Okay, so we can see this guy is supposed to be interested in ethical guidelines, and everyone is sad. Um, and Elon is just angry looking from behind. The 6 month post thing maybe didn't work. Anyway, so here we have the what should I show? How do we create the generate PDF thing? Okay. So one of the things that you have to do before you can generate the PDF is to get rid of all these HTML things here. Okay, so I'll clean the markdown, insert it in the editor. Okay, so now we have cleaned the markdown and we are generating the PDF. We don't have the cover yet. Okay, but you can see that you have the prologue and the images and the chapter one, the pictures. So let's go to metadata. Okay, and I'm very lazy even here. I'm super tired, so I click on generate metadata. Like I said, someone can sit down and actually fill these forms and to their own satisfaction. You get to select, the format of the book. Let me put this as a subtitle rather here. So, okay. So I'm not going to fill all that, and we have to maintain the same kind of drawing style. So I'm going to stick to American comic style. So generate the front, and then I'm going to generate the back cover as well. And then that should be maybe a fairly good idea what's going to happen. So at this point, I think GPT image 1 is very, very slow. Pretty sure that's going to improve in the future, and it makes the experience much more fun. So basically, what we are writing here is something that needs to be consumed very quickly. It's not like you're writing uh, something that's very deep or anything. Of course, it will depend on the backend and as well. So, what else can I tell you? Oh, okay. So we have the cover already. So let me click for the back. So I'm not sure. Let's do this. Let's wait for this. Oh, I think I actually stopped that. Let me generate again, generating the back cover. I think this process just stopped the image generation. So I have to wait for this image to finish. So how did I code this? Well, I actually, my background is in computing, but this project was actually a side project, and I had to do it very fast. And I did not really spend too much time on the implementation. I think it was 1 month and a half. right from the beginning till the end to where we are at this stage. Okay, so we have the back cover, and I'm going to, it actually generated two. Anyway, so we don't have much time to simplify things, but so let's see. Let's go back to HTML preview, and we have the book covers, and we've got to generate the PDF. Okay, now you have the PDF file with the covers, and you can save the PDF. All right. I don't even know what the title is. Let me check. Battle for OpenAI. Okay. Disclaimer, this is a work of fiction. All right. So you can save as HTML as well if you want, and put the whole thing in folder, all the images and everything gets saved in an HTML folder. And I think there are some sites that allows you to take, an HTML folder with its contents and generate an ebook. So maybe I should integrate that functionality into this application so that you don't need to go elsewhere and do everything in here. Okay, so that's the book that's got generated. What else do we have? Oh yeah, this one. So I forgot, did I save the PDF, but I didn't save the actual project. Okay, so let me save the project. Okay, so I'm saving the project. Yeah, so this is the part which is more interesting to me because it opens up a new form of writing, of interactive writing. So let me create a new document, okay, a new book. So I click on director here, and let us say the seed idea is we want to talk about a meeting between Sam Altman and Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk watches Sam Altman walking down the corridor. Okay, that's the seed idea. And notice here that we didn't even need to create characters because OpenAI already have information about the name of these celebrities, so we don't really need to, unless of course they change the backend and you're not able to create pictures of these people. So here you get to select the pacing of the story, and you want to reveal their internal thoughts. And let us say you want to have something fairly small of medium length, and you're going to append, and then let's insert the image, okay, and you generate the content. So now it's thinking, so in your mind it says, okay, let's insert this to the editor, but you could keep on adding ideas. Well, let's do one more step so that you can see what I'm saying. So Elon's eyes narrowed, tracking Sam's brisk stride as he advanced down the corridor, the echo of polished shoes ricocheting off glass and steel. Okay, the overhead light LED flickered against Sam's sharp features, a man propelled by restless intent. Elon leaned against the cold wall, arms folded, mind churning with calculations and half-formed speculations. Yeah, lately he's good at that, right? So does he know I am watching? He wondered, feeling the pulse of rivalry ignite somewhere beneath his ribcage. The air was taut, thick with the silent static of unspoken challenge. Okay, Sam's gaze never wavered, but Elon caught the briefest flicker of acknowledgement, a dot of blue, as if to say, I see you too. Okay, so let's say Elon screams at Sam. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we are still going to reveal inner thoughts. No, maybe let's try zoom in detail as well. And let's keep everything and let's add this. So what happens is when the next piece gets produced, it actually, hopefully, will remember the context of what was written before. Okay, so let's generate the next content. Oh, that was fast, man. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so Elon's voice ricocheted off the corridor's glassy white walls. So we know that the system knows that they were actually in a corridor. So at least you can see there's some kind of consistency here. All right, so you can read, what's going to happen here. I'll let you read. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to insert this content in the editor, and then we'll see what images get generated here. I think most people would spend most of their time in here and generate, the story, um, step by step. Okay. So let me close this window here because we've pushed all that here. We want an HTML preview. And we have a little summary at the top, of the story that we can get rid of. So now, of course, we go back and then we pick another style. Let's see, film noir, classic style. Okay, let's see what we see here. So this is getting generated. Oh my god, it's like half an hour already. But that gives you a fairly good idea of how you can use this application. So please go to scriptiva.net and download the application and try it out. You have one whole free week, and the credits are really for minuscule. You could actually write a lot of uh, books before you actually start feeling that you're spending anything, because this application actually allows you to use your own keys. Okay, so if you go to the scriptnet.net site, you will see the monetization strategy. For me, it's just maximizing fun and trying to raise some money just to pay for various things, just to keep this project going. So let's generate that next image.